Stephen King's The Institute has a few differences, the book and now the series that we had on Amazon Prime along with MGM Studios. And I'm here to tell you the whole explanation of season 1. So if you don't want any spoilers, you can watch my other video. So this series, as we know, is about kids that have supernatural powers. They have telekinesis and some of them are telepaths. So they are basically napped by this organization that, as far as we know, calls themselves the Institute. And so we get the story of Luke primarily. And so he realizes eventually that these kids are really not being told the truth at all. For instance, they tell them that once they complete their missions, they're going to go home. But he realizes this is a lie and they're actually unalived and put in ovens or some sort of incinerating thing. So obviously he is shocked by this. And eventually he makes some friends there like Avery and Kalisha, among others. It's very sad to see his journey because things really spiral out of control. And some of the things that we definitely see that are different from the book. For instance, the guy on the phone that we see Miss Sixby talk to occasionally, he is actually present at the end, or in other words, he should have been present at the end of season 1, where he is actually revealing to the children the philosophical approach to all of this and why this is like a bigger picture that is so important for the world and the outcome of everything. But we don't see that here. We just see him playing with some children at the very end, and some speculate that maybe they are precog, kids that have the ability of precognition, which is, seeing the future essentially. It's very interesting that we see that major difference, and it's true that the end of the series basically relies a lot on just the effects and the drama of the situation, like seeing the whole building collapse because Avery, along with the other kids that were in the recovery room, and then they connect with Luke, and that's how they end up destroying this place. But also Avery ends basically his own life by doing that. That's why we don't really get to see that other part where they do meet the guy on the phone, which his name is apparently Mr. Smith, but they don't even say that here on the series. The series was so successful that they're going to renew it for season 2. I am excited to see where they will take this series. For instance, some are arguing that Miss Sixby might not be as evil per se, for lack of a better word. I'm not too sure about that. She seems pretty selfish. She seems to just care about what is gonna happen to her or her career within the organization. That's what I think it's really happening in her mind. What do you think? I want to know your thoughts, so put it down in the comments.